Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an improved and updated stability shoe from Hoka, the Gaviota 5. The Gaviota 5 is a daily trainer stability shoe that offers you stability without sacrificing comfort. So before we dive into the review on this shoe, let's go over some introductory things, starting with the price point. This shoe has a price tag of $175. For a men's size 10.5, this shoe comes in weighing at 11.1 ounces. Now regarding the specs on this shoe, we have a 36 millimeter in the heel, 30 millimeter in the forefoot, giving us that 6 millimeter heel to toe drop. Something different from Hoka, a 6 millimeter drop. Go figure. Now that the introductory things are out of the way, let's take a look into the Gaviota 5, starting with the tongue. So as you see on here, we have a pretty decent sized tongue. Not too big, not too small, but still plush like you would expect to find in the Gaviota or even in the Bondi series. Now, this tongue is a half gusseted, so I want you to be able to see this. It's easier to show than explain. But on the inside, on the lateral side of the shoe, we do not have any type of gust going on there. You flip it on the medial side, the inside, and you will begin to see that there's your gust. So a half gusseted tongue, semi-gusseted, half gusseted, there you go, that's what it is. Additionally, on this shoe, you will find on the top of the tongue, we have a lace lock right here. Now this will prevent your tongue from falling down into the shoe and basically folding in or falling down, and we don't want any of that, but I'm glad we do have a lace lock on the tongue. Let's flip it on back to the heel counter on this shoe. One thing about the Gaviota 5 that I've noticed, that if you were to kind of cover up the upper and the front end on it and you just kind of look down at it, you will think that you're looking at the Bondi 8. Like, no joke, it is almost indistinguishable from the Bondi 8, and the feel for the heel counter is pretty much the same thing. So if you've seen the Bondi 8 or ran in it before, that's kind of what you're going to get on the Gaviota 5. I want you to take a look at it. We have that ankle cradling comfort here, and it is a thick one for sure. Check this out. I mean, there is a lot of padding. There's been a lot of good things about this padding that people have talked about, and I could totally tell. Very comfortable, very plushy, lots of padding here. See if we can find on the inside. You have these little like rivets right in here where you can feel where it just kind of wraps around your ankle bone. Now regarding the back of the shoe, we have this little pull tab. Not much here, not much. It's been reported that some of these pull tabs have broken off a little bit. And if we flip it on back to the support on the heel counter, this is a decent support here, not too much, not too little, but overall, if we were to try to press it in on the side, the top part folds in a little bit while the bottom is pretty sturdy and stable. Overall, it passes for me. It's a very good heel counter, very plushy, very comfortable. And if you like the Bondi 8 heel counter, you will like this on the Gaviota 5. Now, as we move on forward to the upper on this shoe, we have a krill jacquard mesh upper material. This material is very breathable, very comfortable, foot fitting, honestly. I really enjoyed that about the shoe. The upper just felt good, didn't feel too thick, didn't feel too light. I felt like I just had a good, secure foot hugging experience in this shoe. I did want to bring it closer so you can kind of take a look at the material that is used here, and we can kind of check the pliability. Here we go. Let's see, look at this pliability we got going on. It is pretty pliable. It is not too sturdy, but very good material. And if you look really close, you can see a little bit through the upper material, but not too much, just some. So this shoe running in 90 plus degrees, I noticed that I felt some breathability, not too much. Again, it's not the lightest, but it's not the toughest. The upper is good, especially being a Creel Jacquard mesh upper. Now we are going to deal with the midsole, outsole kind of in conjunction with one another, because I believe this plays a massive part of this update on this shoe. So one thing I want you to see about this shoe, and I hope that you can see it, this shoe has a massive, I mean absolutely massive toe box. This does not look like a typical Hoka shoe. Normally Hoka shoes are more narrow. This reminds me of kind of like the Ultra / Topo type of toe box. It is a very wide toe box on this shoe. And I've been really impressed with it because I'm used to running in a narrow type of shoe, and now I kind of feel like I have a Hoka Topo shoe. It's weird, but I like it, and you may like it too. If you don't like your shoe too narrow and you've been trying Hoka but you found out that they've been narrow, the Gaviota 5, even though it is a stability shoe, you may end up liking it just because of the toe box and the size that you have in there. Hoka in times past has been known for their J-frame technology in stability shoes, and the J-frame would typically help you not pronate. Well, what they've done is they have introduced something called an H-frame technology, and this H-frame focuses on help for pronation and supination. And so what that means, if you are the type that would roll inward, pronate, or roll outward, it would be supinate. They have developed a H-frame technology, and the way this works is like an H on both sides, medial and lateral sides, and then through the middle, you have like the center of the H. And it prevents you from rolling inward or rolling outward. And what happens is that with the big toe box that we have here, it helps that stability and that comfort underfoot. So one reason why I said that we're going to talk about the midsole and the outsole together is because I want you to see something. Look at this. Look at the wide base that we have on this shoe. This shoe has a massive base. And the reason is it's a part of the H-frame technology and the stability that has been woven into this shoe. One thing that the Gaviota 5 has going for it is it has the Bondi 8 level comforting, and yet it has the stability that is needed for those that either pronate or supinate. And so what we have for the midsole is that we have 2 layers of compression molded EVA foam mashed together, and in the middle of it is the H-frame technology providing the stability that you need. One thing that I wanted to mention about the comfort of this shoe is that even though the EVA foam is very soft, the H-frame technology does kind of prevent it from being too soft, and it offers a little bit more of a sturdy, relaxed ride, if that makes sense. So you're not going to get a lot of energy return out of the shoe. You'll get a lot of comfort, but not a lot of energy return that you would find from more softer shoes. Let's flip it on bottom to the outsole on this shoe. One thing you will notice, as this shoe has a massive base, there is an ample amount of rubberized outsole to cover this massive outsole. And what we have here is strategically placed rubberized outsole in high wear areas on the shoe. So if you are a forefoot striker, a midfoot striker, or a heel to toe striker, one thing that you're going to find is that you will have plenty, I mean plenty, of rubberized outsole to go the miles. So I do think with this rubberized outsole, it is strategically placed to increase the longevity and the traction of the shoe. So hopefully we can get 300, 400, maybe 500 miles out of this shoe. Guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I hope you found the content helpful on the Gaviota 5. If you would, do me a big favor, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, comment down below. I want to hear from you. Do you like stability shoes? What shoe do you prefer? Would you try the Gaviota 5? Is it worth it? Is it too expensive? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, aim high.